Hello, Jeffrey Langlois, Langlois Vital Nutrition Center here in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Our mission is to help you improve your health naturally. So this is part 2 in our Doctor's Heart Cure series. And so here is another one, Eat Butter, Time Magazine. This is actually from 2014. Scientists labeled fat the enemy and why they were wrong. Eat butter. Okay, so it goes on here to say that fat, butter, and eggs do not cause clogged arteries, heart attacks, and things like that. Okay? It's the sugar that causes the inflammation in the body. And we also know that the sugar industry about 50 years ago paid a lot of money to put the blame on fat. Okay, so that actually, if you do your research on Google, you can probably come up with that, how the sugar industry promoted and paid money to doctors to blame the fat industry so they could get you on these addictive, high carbohydrate foods where you have to eat all the time and buy more and more and more because you're never satisfied when you're eating carbohydrates, because carbohydrates are like for their fuel, their energy. Carbohydrates give you energy, but so does fat give you energy. The beauty of fat is when you eat fat, you have energy for hours and hours and hours or days. You can go days burning fat's like a big log on your fireplace. That's really the best analogy, is building a fire. And carbohydrates are kindling. So they're great for starting a fire, give you quick energy. But what happens if you eat a breakfast of cereal, orange juice, and toast? Well, what happens? 2 hours later, you're starving, or an hour and a half later, you're super hungry because you burned through all that fuel really quickly. But if you ate the same amount of calories for breakfast that you would eat in toast, cereal, and orange juice, and you had 3 eggs and 2 strips of bacon, you'd be satisfied for 5 or 6 hours. Now, the food companies don't make money when you don't eat. So they don't like that. So they need you to eat all the time. So they keep pumping you false information, and we're going to go into that. So I want you to realize that the drug corporations profit, and I have a handout on this, the drug corporations profit from misinformation. So they keep you misinformed and brainwashed into thinking that high cholesterol is what causes heart attacks, okay? And that is not the case, okay? And that we have to get your cholesterol down. So one of the things they do for that is statin drugs, and really a great website by a medical doctor and a NASA scientist is called SpaceDoc. I'm going to give you the link for that, SpaceDoc. I'm not a medical doctor. I am not going to get into arguing with your medical doctor, who I know cares about you and wants you to live a long and healthy life. But if you go to SpaceDoc, I think it's .com or .net, we'll put it here on the video. It'll show up for you. And then you can research about all the dangers of statin drugs and why they're so bad for you. It's one of the most toxic drugs for very, very little benefit. I realize sometimes drugs are really good. They serve a purpose. They save your life. But here we have a drug that is not helpful and very toxic. So SpaceDoc, go to his website on all the dangers, and he's got so many links on there from cardiologists and other medical doctors going over the dangers of statin drugs. So, okay, thank you very much for your time, and remember to test your health. Your hair test, I think, is the best overall indicator for your health. Get a glucose meter, check your blood glucose. That's another great test. So thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.